So you have a flat. Or maybe you like to plan ahead. This is Mia. Unfortunately, she has a flat. Poor Mia. Well, let's get to it. We're going to be fixing the flat of the back tire of our She-Devil. If you have a different model and you're unsure of how to take off your back wheel, refer to our wheel removal tutorial. Let's start by disconnecting your brake. Pinch the brake with your thumb and index finger and remove the noodle from the center arm carrier. Alright, now we can flip over your bike. Let's shift all the way down to the hardest gear, remembering to pedal while shifting. This makes it much easier to reinstall the wheel. To remove the wheel on the She-Devil, we simply unlock the skewer on the non-drive side and slide the wheel forward in the dropouts and lift the chain off the cassette. Start by visually inspecting the outside of the tire. If you see a foreign object protruding from your tire, carefully remove it. If there is noticeable damage, you may need to replace your tire. Open the valve and let any extra air out of the tube. Now rotate the wheel so that the valve is centered and at the bottom. Starting opposite of the valve, insert the tire lever between the tire and the rim and slide it while prying the tire over the rim, taking one side of the tire completely off. If you don't have a tire lever, use something that can fit between the tire and the rim to create leverage, as long as it's not metal. Now pull the tube out of the tire all the way around the rim. When you get to the valve, push the tire up and over and remove the tube from the wheel. Remove the tire completely from the rim. Find the label that sits above the valve. This will be your reference point, so make sure to keep a close eye on it, as it will help you when identifying your flat. Feel the inside of the tire, checking to make sure it's free of any foreign objects. If you don't find anything, it may be due to a pinch flat, in which case, you'll find two holes that look like a snake bite. To locate the hole, put air in the tube and feel for where the air is coming out. If it's on the tube side of the tire, trace back to the tire where the hole is, using the reference point on the tire. Then inspect the tire in that area. If the puncture is on the rim side of the tube, inspect both the rim and rim strip for damage, making sure the strip is properly positioned over all of the nipple holes. Look for the direction arrow on the side of the tire to know which way to install. Starting with the reference point, reinstall your tire. Now partially inflate your new tube to give it a little shape and insert into the valve hole. Pull the tire back over the tube and tuck the tube into the tire. Starting at the reference point, finish installing the rest of the tire, and as you're doing so, make sure that the tube isn't pinched between the tire and the rim. Now push the valve up into the tire and put some air into the new tube. While pumping, check periodically to make sure that the tire stays within the rim. Keep going until you reach 85 psi. Once inflated, check again to make sure that the tire is fitted with the rim and screw the valve cap on. Let's bounce the tire. It's a quick check to make sure the tire is fitted properly, and it's pretty fun. Alright, let's reinstall your back wheel. Seat the cassette between the two chains, and then lift the derailleur, allowing your wheel to fall into the dropouts. Tighten your wheel to the frame and reconnect your brake. Spin the back wheel, making sure it's straight and not touching the brake pads. Now let's flip the bike over. A little older, a little wiser, tires pumped. A quick thanks to Mia, and we're off.